Hello, my name is Lisa Shaver, and this is Stephen Colbert. I'm a comedian and the future concubine of Stephen Colbert. In case some of you don't know what a concubine is, it's another word for whore. Anyway, I really love Stephen, but some people say that he's a cross between Felix Unger and a gay librarian. You know, and I think there may be something to that, because he comes into my room every night on via Comedy Central, but all he ever does is rearrange my pillows. You know, and I don't think that he's gay though, because he plays Dungeons and Dragons, and there's no such thing as a gay librarian, right? I mean, a gay nerd, right? No, there's no gay nerds. How many people here watch the Colbert Report? Yeah, right. Keep your hands off him, he's mine. You know, it's true. If I were Stephen Colbert's mistress, I would give him his own show too, every night. I would ride that man like a stallion. You know, okay, he's a nerd though, but he's a sexy nerd, right? But then again, a sexy nerd is kind of like a clumsy jock. So, all right, let's take a poll. I'm gonna take a poll. How many people here would like to have sex with a sexy nerd? Anybody? Okay. You, sir? Okay, great. Okay. No. You sit down, sir. Okay, I'm not the sexy nerd we're talking about. Okay. How many people here want to have sex with a clumsy jock? Nobody? Nobody for the clumsy jock? Okay, who wants to have sex with the elephant man? Okay? No elephant man takers? All right, well, you know, ladies, I'll tell you, he may not be a looker, but at least he'll never forget you. You know, there's something to that, right? Well, there's something to that. And then, of course, about the sexy nerd, well, everybody knows that if you cross a computer and a sexy nerd, you get a computer that can't wait to go down on you. Okay? So who wants to have sex with the sexy nerd now? All right, I think I might. Oh, hey, what's this gentleman coming up to me? Oh, all right, no, what? Oh, hey, that's cool, I got a FedEx. I can do FedEx. Let's see what it says. Oh my God, it's from Stephen. I love that, man. You know, I told him I was doing a show tonight, and he must have known that, and he sent me a fax. Okay, let's read it. Lisa, you can't have me, and stop telling people I'm a gay nerd, or I'll put you on notice. Stephen Colbert. And bite me, Colbert. You're on notice, too. Anyway, so listen. So I'm stalking Stephen Colbert's dog, Gipper. And all I want to do is give him hugs and kisses. Yeah, and, you know, the dog, too. But every time he sees me, he always barks and runs away. And the dog does, too. God damn that restraining order. But you know, I think Stephen would really like me if he knew me, because I'm really helpful. Let me see if I can think of a way to show you how helpful I am. Let's see. Oh, yeah, you guys are going to love this. The other day, I was in the movie theater, and I was watching the show A Clockwork Orange. Okay, and a prison guard was assaulting a prisoner, saying, "Shut your filthy hole, you scum." And listen, you know, and just at that time, I thought I heard a person say, "Psst, psst, psst, psst." What did he say? And now remember, I'm helpful. So I tapped him on the shoulder, and when he turns around, I said, "Shut your filthy hole, you scum." And you would not believe the look I got. Well, you didn't think that was funny, well, neither did Reader's Digest. So let me give you some other ways that I'm helpful. Well, okay, I help my 80-year-old neighbor jerk off sometimes. What? I mean, he's got arthritis. Come on, man, you guys. And you know, Stephen Colbert's going to be 80 years old one day, and I'm so there for him. You know, I'm there for him. You know, and let me see, what else did I do? Oh yeah, I like to go to the airport and wave the planes in. So I'm on the tarmac waving my baton, and I think the pilots really like me though, because they're always waving at me, but sometimes they only use one finger. You know, I don't know. I got arrested 3 times last week. But that's okay, I'm just trying to be helpful. Then I also like to help out airport security, because I like to do the pat-down searches. So what I do is I like to dress up like a guy, you know, so that I can pat down all the men. And I think that they know that I'm a girl, because, you know, they always wink at me when I touch their privates, you know, with the front of my hand. You know, and so I put that on my resume, you know, and I did. I put on my resume, I'm volunteer package inspector. Right? You know, but listen, seriously. You gotta be really careful when you go to the airport, you go through airport security, because last time I went, You know, I forgot I had my high-speed vibrating boyfriend in my carry-on bag. You know. So anyway, I look over at the conveyor belt. And I saw this freaking old bitch opening my bag. So she opens my bag, starts taking out my boyfriend for everyone to see, and the woman behind me almost wet herself laughing, you know. But so then the old woman looks at me, and she says, you know, what's this? And I tried to show some class, so I said it's my cat's favorite toy, you know. But then, you know, she didn't really buy that, so I said it's a vibrator, you stupid old cow. I call him Steven. And then, before I could do anything else, the old bitch started running away with my boyfriend. And I screamed, stop that woman, she's kidnapped Stephen Colbert. The woman behind me almost had a seizure, she was laughing so hard. But then, the other security guard made me go to the metal detector. And then, I had to do a cavity search, and they found my Benoit balls and my French tickler that had been missing for a month. You know, and I'm not going to tell you which cavity they found those in. You know, and so, but I had enough, you know. And then when I was putting on my pants, a condom fell out of my bag. And then the woman behind me, she was laughing so hard she was going to die. And the paramedics had to come for the woman behind her because she ruptured her spleen from laughing too hard. At least someone has a sense of humor. Thank you, everyone. Good night.